Hey gang, it's JC, and this is the Daily Dose for Friday, October 7th, 2011, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. We have great television archives, top of the page, our eye candy feature, which we'll get to in just a second. And we're here every day, Monday through Friday at jcontheline.com. We're on the air every day, along with Trish Gazelle, Trish's Trash, on the Big 550 KTRS. That's from noon until 3 every day. So with the passing of Steve Jobs, and now already hearing that it's going to be the #1 Halloween costume this year. People are going to like shave their heads, and I don't know how you get real skinny, and then you put on a black turtleneck and jeans, you go to Steve Jobs. That's how goofy our society has become. The body's not even cold yet. Do you own an Apple product? And 65% of you say yes. You know, that's the only thing we have here. There's one PC that my wife dragged in here when we got married, and other than that, everything in this house is Apple, and that includes, you know, everything from iPods to an iPad and laptops and desktops and the whole works. So it's great stuff. Only 34% of you said no, we don't have any Apple stuff in the house. All right, making big news this week is Hope Solo. That's because Hope Solo didn't really make any big news prior to this week, and she needs to make some big news if she's going to make any big money. So she was on the Olympic women's soccer team. She was the former St. Louis Athletica goalie, and we already know how that story turned out. So she's sort of sitting there going, okay, I need to make some money, so I know what I'll do. I'll strip down, I'll quit the grinning, drop the linen. And in the annual ESPN magazine body issue, there she is in her birthday suit, laying naked in her driveway in front of her house. This is what happens in my neighborhood all the time. So what's your opinion of this? A, she looks great and I'm fine with it. B, women with that body type and muscles that huge are sort of gross and a big turnoff. Or C, it's a little weird that young women are so quick to pose nude when they want to get famous and build a career. Please answer down in the corner. We'll have results for you Monday on the Daily Dose and on the Big 550 KTRS. Well, I finally had to turn the TV off this morning because no matter where I went, there was 90% discussion about the rally squirrel and 10% about the actual game itself. That's largely because the bimbos that they put on television in the morning don't really know anything about sports. They don't seem to really know much about anything, frankly. They're just all clowns and yak, 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 and nudge, nudge, wink, wink, oh, isn't that so funny? I'm sitting there going, what the hell is going on? Everything was about the squirrel and nothing about the game. So I finally just was like, okay, I think the squirrel thing is funny, and I've had fun with it too. But you know, all right, we're 12 hours away from the game time, and this is all you got. That having been said, I did get this, and I thought it was very, very funny. It's our eye candy here today. You know what I'm talking about. Instead of birds on the bat, you got a bird and a squirrel with the Cardinals logo. You can check that out. You'll send it to everybody you know. It's our eye candy today here on the Big 550 KTRS and at jcontheline.com. All right, a new study says that women are 6 times more likely to get dumped after being diagnosed with cancer. The survey has a margin of error, plus or minus John Edwards. According to a new study, the Dallas Cowboys are America's favorite team. Within the NFL, the St. Louis Rams are the favorite team for the other teams to play. Bank of America has announced that they're going to start charging fees to anyone who asks them questions about their new fees. And Sarah Palin and Glenn Beck are in town tonight out at the Family Arena. The Busch Stadium Rally Squirrel is expected to attend and then attempt to bury both of them. Nuts, get it? Okay. Our buddy Andy Banker at Fox 2 is involved with the annual Millstadt Optimist Club. They got their big barbecue, chili, and cook-off going on. $3,500 in cash and prizes over in Millstadt. It all happens Sunday at Liederkranz Park in Millstadt, noon until 5 o'clock. Rain or shine, no pets. $12 to get in. Kids 10 and under free. Proceeds benefit juvenile diabetes research. Again, that is Sunday in Millstadt. And again, the Cardinals, if they advance, wouldn't even play until Sunday late afternoon or Sunday night, and there's no Rams game on, so it'd be something for you to do. It's fun out there. All right, is Eddie Murphy going to return to Saturday Night Live for the first time since he left about 1,000 years ago? You've got Ben Stiller hosting the show this week. And he's in a new movie with Eddie Murphy, so they're thinking maybe they're going to try and get some juice out of that. Eddie Murphy has had a long-standing feud with people who are involved with the show because he didn't like some stuff that David Spade did. I mean, David Spade hadn't been on the show in 20 years, so I'm not really sure what the problem is. Maybe it's time for Eddie to drop up his embargo, and maybe he'll show up on the show. Be sort of a buzz. But the problem is, it has not been kept secret. It's to the point now where if he doesn't show up, people are going to be really pissed off because they've been hearing the rumors going around. So now if he doesn't show, then it's going to be worse than if there had been no discussion about it in the first place. The Hollywood Reporter, and that's not a guy, by the way, that's a magazine. It's an industry trade paper out in California. Just released the results of a poll on Democrats and Republicans and what they like at the movies. And it's just enough to make you pull your remaining hair out. But I'll give you a couple of Republicans like family movies and Democrats like other kinds of movies. 48% of Republicans say they will avoid a Jane Fonda movie. Still holding on to that, huh? 47% aren't Whoopi Goldberg fans. Well, I'll join your club on that. 46% of Republicans aren't into Oprah Winfrey's politics. Yeah, I might even be with you on that. And strangely, Sean Penn only turns off about 1 in 4 of every Republican. So I don't know. As far as the Democrats, they avoid Mel Gibson movies. They're not fans of Arnold Schwarzenegger. And for whatever reason, they don't like Tom Cruise either. 14% would boycott the movies of Kelsey Grammer. But that's got nothing to do with politics. It's because his movies suck. All right, Rolling Stone recently polled their readers to come up with a list of the 10 worst songs of the 1980s. All right, number 10, Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up from 87. I'll give you that one. Putting on the Ritz at number 9, Mickey by Tony Basil. At number 8, Don't Worry, Be Happy, Bobby McFerrin. Rock Me Amadeus, The Safety Dance at 5, Wake Me Up Before You Go-Go is number 4. Lady in Red, Krista Berg. At number 3, The Final Countdown by Europe is the number 2 worst of all time. And number 1, We Built This City on Rock and Roll, Jefferson Starship from 85. Oddly, if you would do a poll of what are the worst magazines of the 1980s, I'm sure a lot of people would answer Rolling Stone. George Clooney says it is tradition for people to skinny dip at his villa in Italy. The people who are on the list of people who have done it, Marissa Tomei, Evan Rachel Wood, Charlie Rose, and it gets worse, Walter Cronkite. We didn't need to hear about that, George. By the way, they say his movie, Ides of March, is fabulous. You can try and see it over the weekend. For the past 22 years, Florida has had a ban on dwarf tossing. If you've been living in a cave and you know what we're talking about here, people show up at the bar and then they pick the little guy up and they try to throw him, and whoever gets the best distance on the dwarf wins whatever it is they're giving away. So for 22 years, there's been a ban on this activity. Now a state legislator in Florida, Rich Workman, a Republican representative, says he wants to repeal that ban so it will, get this, create jobs. He says, and this is a quote, "In this economy, why would we want to prevent some dwarfs from getting jobs they would be happy to get?" Can't write stuff like this, folks. Rich Workman, Republican representative in Florida, our winner today. And I don't even have a contest or a prize, but he's our winner today. All right, John Lennon on Sunday would have turned 71. Guess we told you the story yesterday about the fact that McCartney says, had the Beatles been alive today, they would probably be making music, and that they came this close to going on Saturday Night Live back in 1976. John Lennon would have been 71 on Sunday. All right, got to make sure you print off a copy of our Rally Squirrel. It's not the birds on the bat, it's the squirrel and the bird. Let's see what happens. Go Cards. We're either going to be in a very, very good mood when we reconvene here on the Daily Dose on Monday, or we're going to be sitting there going, what the hell happened? So there you go. Please answer our rock and roll poll question in the corner. Olympics women's soccer star Hope Solo. She's naked as a jaybird in a bunch of pictures in the new ESPN magazine body issue. Is that cool? Is it not cool? Or is it really not cool? Please answer. We'll have results for you tomorrow. No, we won't. We'll have results for you Monday. I just said that. Why don't I listen to my own mouth? All right, that's it. JC's Daily Dose for Friday, October 7th, 2011. By the way, I'm outside here today because it's nice and beautiful, and we don't have a lot more of days like that. Also, because I needed to get some fresh air, and I had started to get hives this morning because I was on the phone with an insurance company, a financial house, if you will, and my dad passed away almost 4 years ago, and they still won't give me the money after 4 years, and they owe me money. And I was screaming at him upstairs, and I was getting so mad, actually, skin started to break out. If you ever get a chance to deal with an outfit called RiverSource, just remember that name, okay? They're fabulous. Fabulous. All right, that's it. JC's Daily Dose for Friday, October 7th, 2011, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. In the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.